we rejoin in the middle of a triumphant moment in the face of absolute defeat, where Jericho, you just made a deal with Freya of the Fates, the consequences of which you are not entirely sure of what's going to happen, but perhaps for the time being that doesn't matter, because one by one every member of the Nightmare Detectives rises up from the ground, and in a little bit of a change from episode on yesterday, because I realized I didn't do it quite right, Kruger looks at all of you and is snapping his fingers, and he's not angry. He is devastated as he says, no, just stay down. Just stay down. Please don't. And he is cut off by Jimmy.
Kruger! And Jimmy starts moving towards Kruger. And as he's moving, he's going to say, you have been friends and a brother to Jericho for a long time. And now you side with his enemies, making you an enemy to me. There are greater powers at play here than you will ever know. You think you are saving everyone, but you are being manipulated by our enemies. Why, you may ask? Because they know it will hurt my brother, and that I cannot stand. And as as Jimmy approaches Kruger, you're gonna see he's got that red hue about him again. That surrounded him when he was fighting Chadley. But this seems different. It appears to be a deeper red, almost a black color. And you have all seen this before. When we went to Paint Gunkerson's Paint Emporium, and Jimmy knocked over the paint cans. And Jimmy is now growing bigger than his normal rage-fueled self. And he's got almost his black, the fur is turning almost black. Maybe like an obsidian color almost. And as I reach Kruger, I would like to rage.
Okay. Also, I love that. I love everything about that. I did mention that the conversation he had with Jericho, nobody else heard that. No one else knows why he's doing it. Like, you can make that assumption, Jimmy can, but only Jericho heard that conversation. The rest of you have absolutely no idea why he's doing what he's doing. Just to make that canonically clear. All right, everybody, sharp roll, please. Okay. Typical. Jericho Branch does a very good roll. All right, so the order is going to be Jericho, Fala, Callista, Victor, Flebs, Jimmy, and Kruger. Okay. Jericho.
I'd like to roll weird to activate the Atlas's Oath stance.
The what stance, sorry? Oh, the Atlas's Oath. Yes. All right. Okay. So a 9. So almost a complete success, not quite. So to remind our audience, with Atlas's Oath, this is sort of the Godway ult, if you will. Manifest the might of the Godweight to the surface of your being, entering a galactic rage. While in this state, you are unkillable by outside means, but the Godweight pulls and tears at you. You feel your body attempting to tear itself apart. Roll tough at the beginning of your turns, and a failure gain an instability counter. Reaching 3 instability counters ends the rage and renders you unconscious. While in this state, your kick some ass melee attacks deal +2 entropy damage, and your enemies reel in the gravitational impact of your blows. Enemies other than your target suffer half the harm you dealt to your main target. Gain the Berserk trait effect. Okay. On a 9, you are able to sort of like, like Super Saiyan 3. You're able to just brace yourself and manifest that strength within you. Because Jimmy is raging at the moment, I'd actually like to see you two kind of do a tag team. So is there anything that you guys can think of on the fly that would allow you two to do it together?
Does Atlas's Oath, that lets Jericho go full melee, right?
Yes, basically.
Yes. Okay.
It's all gravity attacks with his hands.
Oh, we could come up with something.
And then this will act as your turn, Jimmy. But I just thought, like,
Okay,
it makes sense.
fine.
It makes sense when you're already running ahead.
Let's see. If I roll a good enough I guess it would be an act under pressure to grapple, correct?
Yes.
So if I can roll a good enough act under pressure to kind of like, I would say Irish whip, kind of like Kruger towards the group
him.
and towards and towards Jericho, and then Jericho can take it over from there.
Okay, yeah, sure.
That'd be good.
So Jericho, so I will roll an act under pressure, and I'm gonna use luck.
Good shit. Okay.
Nice.
Okay, so that would have been a 7 normally, but that's a complete success on a luck. You grab him, and he's still clicking his hands, and he just doesn't have the position to brace himself. So when you run forward, he's on the back foot. He slips, and you're able to pull him around and swing him towards Jericho. So Jericho, you're gonna get your move now.
Yeah, got you. As the Kruger's being swung towards Jericho, he'll try to like drive him into the ground with a punch, but instead of like connecting, it like a dense like layer of gravity kind of just forced him deep into the ground.
Okay. All right. Let's see how well you can control it. Yeah. So on an 11, yeah, that does exactly what you said. And how much damage does that do?
It will be 2. I guess that 2 in the normal plus the. I guess that'd be 4 harm.
Okay.
While the Alice is activated.
All right. Let me make sure that is what it's going to be. I'm just checking to see if he's got any armor to protect with that. Well, he has a natural armor, so that'll be a 3 instead of a 4, but that's fine. Okay. Yeah, he's stunned at that moment. Good stuff. Okay, next up is going to be Flebs.
Should be Fala in this.
Oh, Fala?
Fala.
Oh, sorry.
Yep, sorry.
Oh, yeah, my
let's
mistake.
see.
Yeah,
That's
Fala.
okay. I think Fala will try and use her heavy weapon to stun him for a turn.
Okay, that is short range, right? Because none of you will have long range access, like no snipers or anything, because you're all in close proximity at the moment.
Okay, it says far range, but can I?
Yeah, if it's
use
far,
it
then
up
no,
close?
no.
Then I can't use it.
No.
Okay, all right.
You're all
Dang it.
within like a 15-foot span of him now.
Okay, then let's see. Fala will. She doesn't really have any other combat moves, so. Just thinking what she would want to do. 1 second. I think I'm gonna go for a historian and ask why does this seem familiar and try and see if we can get some more information.
All right. Oh boy. All right. I hope I've got something handy to tell you.
I hope so too.
Oh fuck. All right. 11. I wasn't ready for that.
Okay, sorry.
Oh god. Why does this seem familiar? Okay. All right. Fala, you remember growing up that there was this conversation about how Sturgeon and the world ended up falling. And it was that there were several tragedies, calamities, incidents that happened within a close proximity of one another that eventually led to what you know as the final calamity. And as you are under this big top and you see what's going on, you are beginning to sense that this could potentially be another one of the calamity events that leads into the final apocalypse. You realize you are actively participating in history.
Okay. For now, Fala's gonna just kind of keep that to herself, and let's see. Since this was an investigative mystery roll, does that mean I get a second question, or is that my only question?
You were asking a specific, so
okay, got it. Then okay, well,
all
then,
right.
thank you.
Okay, Callista.
Before Callista goes, Teach, I have a question real quick.
Yeah.
Since I used my turn at the top of the round with Jericho, can I still draw the sword and toss it to Callista?
No.
Before she attacks? No? Okay.
No. What we're going to do, though, differently this time, I'll see how everybody feels about this, is when everyone's run their turn, we're going to re-roll sharp every turn for boss fights. So every boss fight will have a different turn order. Because I believe that the stakes need to be a little bit higher, and it makes it a little bit easier to keep following what's going on rather than scrolling up for every roll. So I just need everyone to write down their sharp roll when they're done. But yeah, no, unfortunately not. Otherwise, it's going to become very easy for you to get through this boss fight.
Okay.
All right, Callista.
Yeah. Could I? Let's see. I'll probably try to go in with another claw attack, given that I'm back in Eldritch form. I assume the emotions are back with it. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay, great. Then I'm gonna do that. So I guess that'd just be a kick ass. Man.
All right.
Oh wait! Oh shit! I was supposed to add 1 to that, but I guess it still.
It would have still been a fail. Yeah, 5. Yeah, you roll in, and you're sort of. What happens is you're so overwhelmed with the surge of energy rolling through you, Callista, that you actually smash into the ground and bounce off, and go into a pillar. You're using too much strength at once.
Okay.
Okay.
Checks out.
All right. Next up is Flebs. Oh wait, no, it's not. It's Victor. Victor.
I was gonna say.
What's going on? Let's go, baby. I'm knocked out still, aren't I?
No. Everyone's up. Everyone's up and going.
Oh.
So I bet your dimensional sword has also been drawn.
Oh. Run up and stab him, baby. What would that be? Kick some ass?
Yes, it would.
I have no tact and no strategy. Let me just run up and stab him.
That's
I'm
okay.
angry. I
Angry.
got knocked out. My powers are gone.
All right, 9.
Oh.
You run in and you slash the air, and it like creates this like little rift, and for a moment, just for a moment, you see yellow skin and a pair of goggles before the rift seals itself and it pulls in Kruger and slashes him across the chest. How much harm does your sword do?
I don't think we ever actually discussed this.
Let's have a look. It should be under your gear.
Gear. An heirloom sword 2 harm.
Okay. Yeah. So, he is gonna get a shot in on you though. He is gonna roundhouse kick you, and catch you in the ribs, and back you off, and that's gonna do 2 harm. But again, remember, all your harm has been healed, so you're back to neutral at this point. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Flebs.
Okay. As soon as before the rift closes, I just kind of gain like 1,000 yards there, and I'm just like, and I whisper underneath my voice, Bryant.
Yeah, we're gonna have to resolve that in the interlude. We'll be resolving that. Yeah.
Then I fall flat on my ass.
Understandable. Yeah. Okay.
Is Kruger too close for me to use my sniper rifle?
He is. Yeah.
Okay. I'll use my shotgun.
All right.
Gonna aim for his right ankle.
It's a shotgun, so it might go wide. So this is going to be entirely determined by the kick some ass roll this time, because your sniper you'd aim, but a shotgun is more like a buck. So yeah, I mean, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just do kick some ass.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, you catch him in the top of the ankle. One of the slugs goes in. He turns around, he ducks down and sweeps your legs out from under you, as you fall on your ass. And he then jumps up and double knee stomps you in the arm. Your already bad arm. And you hear a snapping sound.
Ow.
And you're going to take 2 harm. That arm is going to be fucked.
Yeah,
but
big time.
You still got your other arm, so. Okay.
Okay.
Kruger's turn. Kruger is going to use a passive called Screw You. He's going to spend a luck, and he's going to get a +1 ongoing against one particular monster. And this will last until that monster is dead. And he's going to use that against Jimmy. But he is not targeting Jimmy. He hunches his back over, and he digs his hands into the ground, and he starts to strain. And all of you feel the ground beneath you begin to shift. And his left arm starts to glow, and he begins to use the god weight to lift up a significant portion of the floor. And he is enacting mayhem. And this is going to be interesting.
He gone beast mode.
He gone beast mode. Okay. So, the way this is going to work, I am going to play this fairly, because this is a AoE attack. I would like, once again, we're going to do this as a double up. This is going to be your sharp roll for the top of the round and see how far you get away from this. So, give me your sharp rolls, gang. Oh, Flebs.
No.
Oh, Flebs.
Flebs, no.
Okay. Okay.
Don't forget to mark experience.
Well, Kruger is just
And
not
I've
having
already
a good
leveled
time.
up. I don't have any more experience to add.
That's okay. We have a resolution for that one as well coming up. Don't you worry. So,
Okay.
Flebs, unfortunately, buddy, you're going to take 4 harm. It's a boulder. So, for Callista and Jimmy, you guys. Oh, hang on. Let me go back here. Callista, Jimmy, you take nothing. Jimmy, you maybe Callista grabs you and flies up, or you grab Callista and jump away, but both of you don't take any harm. Jericho, you're going to take 3 harm. Victor, you're going to take 3 harm. Fala, you get away as well. To see the scene fully play out, he lifts it up, and using the god weight, you hear this, and he tosses it into the air and jumps up and double axe hammers it down. And it actually makes sense, Flebs, that you wouldn't dodge because you're already on the ground with your arm. And it's like an action movie where you hear a fuck and then it just smashes down. Jericho, you just put up a shield in time to protect you and Victor from the worst of it. but Flebs is just not close enough to you. Flebs, are you still good? Are you still alive?
Yeah, I have 1 harm left.
All right, perfect. Okay,
I'm unstable.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. All right, so top of the order, it's gonna be Callista. Now, Jimmy, if you want to do what you said you wanted to do, now you can do it because you're next to each other.
Yes, I would like to tell Callista to grab the sword off of my back as she moves away.
Mm-hmm.
Because I figure she's gonna have to move towards Kruger. So, but that's her choice.
I'm messaging you something, Callista.
Oh, okay. I was gonna ask you that. I was gonna ask you that.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm excited. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can this be another thing that I roll for first, though, so I don't fuck it up?
Yeah, because you might need to communicate with Jericho.
Oh, okay.
So we might have you charge this round, if you will. Like, charge up.
Ah, okay. I could do that. Is that use magic? Or
Yes.
big magic? Or...
No, it's use magic. Well, it wouldn't big magic and use magic are the same thing.
Oh, they're the same thing. Oh, okay. Okay.
Gotta admit, this playlist is perfect. All right.
Yay!
So, you look at Jimmy and do you take the sword, or given what you're about to do, do you bother with the sword, or do you not?
I think she would.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, she
When
doesn't have. She's used to having a blade on her, so.
What does the sword look like before you touch it, Jimmy? And when you have it, Jimmy, what does it look like?
It's just, it's just a regular, looking great sword. But on Jimmy, it looks like just a regular sword, but it's a great sword.
When Callista grabs it, it changes. And in her hands, the hilt widens out and spikes. The center of the hilt now has the brand of Lady Death. The blade is serrated. It is twice as long, and it is glowing black. And across the blade itself in runes, it says Persephone's Revenge. And it is overflowing with mana as Callista flies into the air, and that arc of Vanta black light comes down, and she starts screaming as she begins to charge. And at the same time, Fala, what are you doing?
Let's see. I think Fala is gonna try and get over to Flebs and do a medic.
Okay, yep, that makes a lot of sense.
Try and heal him for 2 harm.
I think people don't realize how important ancillary and assistant roles are in this game, because people die so quickly without someone like you. You are so important. Just because you're not doing, just because you're not doing Power Rangers Megazord stuff, you need to be healed. All right, yeah.
Okay.
Give me a roll with a +1 advantage, because you didn't, you got out of the way, so there's no damage to you. 7. Wow, good that you got the +1. All right.
God, no.
What does that give you on a 7?
Let's see. On a mixed success, let's see. Choose one, heal 2 harm, or stabilize the injury.
It's up to you.
We will. How much harm are you at, Flebs?
He's only got 1 left.
1 harm left.
Okay, so yeah, let's heal you for 2, and then can I do 2 of them in a row? So my next move, I can try and get him stabilized.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, all right. So yeah, we'll do 2 harm for now.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay.
Got you, bud.
Jimmy, are you? I'm guessing you want to take your move as giving the sword over, and you're going to let Callista do her thing. Just so I assume that correctly.
Yes,
Okay.
that's correct.
All right. Do you want to move anywhere on the map? I'll give you that at least.
How far from Kruger am I currently?
About
Still
25,
about 50
25 feet.
I would like to move a little closer.
Should we put you in front of Flebs and Fala then?
Yeah, let me move
As their shield?
to like shield Flebs and
I figured
Falas
you'd want to do
they're
that.
both on the ground.
I think that makes a lot of sense. Okay. All right. Jericho, you're seeing this go on. You need to give me the roll for the god weight first, actually. See if you can hold this, but... Alright, 7. So, I think you're still okay?
Yeah.
You're starting to feel your muscles, like the Kaioken, you're starting to feel your muscles bubble up. It's a cramp times 1,000. And you feel your right shoulder separate, and you think that your... possibly, like, your pectoral muscle just tore itself on your right side. But you are determined. And as you look at Callista preparing herself for this, what do you do?
Is Callista already like mid-charge, or is she just still preparing to like?
She's still. This is still a preparation thing for you. If you two want to do your tandem thing, that's why I'm trying to offer it to you. Like before she's gonna act on the next turn.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
And Kruger's attention is fixated on her at the moment.
Can I make a weird roll before I say no what I do?
Sure.
Or I'm thinking of doing?
Mm-hmm. Okay, an 8.
So like mentally, my kind of idea was that, when, as the great sword would be coming down or like colliding with Kruger, like Jericho could like touch the back of the blade side and like basically amplify the force of it.
Okay. So you want to act as like a battery almost then?
Yes.
On an 8, I'll let it happen, but you will become unstable the moment it's done.
Alright.
Okay. Flebs. Actually, no, it's not Flebs. Beg your pardon. Victor. As they're preparing all of this, are you taking a turn to observe? What would you like to do here?
Would I even pay attention to what's going on, or would I just blindly stab
I
again?
think you... Well, that's... So, I think seeing Bryant for a moment has unsettled you in a way that is not normal for Victor. The not dopey, but the aloof Victor Mendoza. It's made you uncomfortable. So I don't know if you would take a moment to, look at the, use your magic to heal Flebs instead of fight. I don't know how Victor Mendoza would do with that. That's up to you.
Shit.
There's no wrong answer, so it's doing what you feel is right. Like, how would Victor Planewalker Mendoza feel? Would he be more aggressive after seeing Brian, or would he be less aggressive?
If anything, he'd be more aggressive. He just
Yeah.
That's
Then
life.
I think go for the stab then.
Go for the kill. I'm probably going down anyway.
I don't think you're going down, but yeah, sure. So you see that rift close, and it just brings up a lot of emotions and a lot of anger and resentment. And
I missed it.
well, you got to fight. That's good storytelling, though. Here's what happens. Here's what happens. What is your sword called?
It's Kala Joe.
Kala Joe.
The Joe Blade. The Joe Blade.
The Joe Blade. You run forward and get ready to slice, and it disappears from your hands.
Oh, it's Jova then.
It's Jova. It's truly Jova. Yeah, it literally vanishes in front of you. And you stop about halfway towards Kruger before he notices you, and you meekly turn back to assist the others. Flebs, you are unstable, so there is not... You've just been stable, so there's not a ton I think you'll be doing, but obviously I'd like to still throw it out there to you while everyone else is preparing things.
Oh, I have medic.
Yes, you do. Would you like to use it?
I'm going to try and heal myself.
Okay.
Yes.
Good idea. All right. Woo! 10.
Hey.
All right, so
Two
you
harm.
heal how much?
2 harm.
Well, there you go. All right, here's what happens. Fala had reset the joint. She did the 1. She said she was going to do it on 3, and she did 1, 2, and snapped it.
No!
And then you, with your medical knowledge, you actually splint it. And you bind it up.
Cool.
Okay. Now, do you, before Kruger acts, do you and Callista communicate, like, because you're both magical beings, even though we haven't talked as much, you can talk, you know, telepathically. Do you two talk for a second as you're planning this together?
Sounds good to me. Sorry. It's hard for me sometimes to think over the music. Yeah, it sounds good to me.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, if you need to turn the music down on your end, you go ahead, because it's obviously it's that's for your guys' benefit. So.
It's fine.
I don't know if Callista would, like, she would respond if you talk to her. I don't know if she would reach out first. So if you want to say something,
But if you don't, yeah, if you don't want to say anything, it doesn't have to be a whole speech. It could just be a, "Do you trust me?" It can be a nod. It's really up to how you guys are feeling.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Got you. Okay. Then like just like a single one-liner Jericho like, before like imbuing like the great magic. We'll just say strike through.
Okay. Kruger sees the two of you beginning to glow around him, and he starts laughing. And he says, "Doesn't matter what I do. It never matters what I do. Because fate's gonna conspire against me anyway. Fine." And he holds his arms open. And he says, "You want to take your best shot? Well, I'm standing right here!" And he braces against the ground. And the aura that had been around him expands out. And it pushes everyone that isn't you and Callista back, Jericho. And Callista, you have supercharged up with the sword. And Jericho, so you're going to act as a battery and basically push her beyond, right?
Yes.
Alright, so I need you to give me a weird roll with a +1.
Okay.
12. You give Callista a +4 on her roll.
Oh, shit.
Jericho, you brace and you grit your teeth, and spit and blood flies from your mouth as you fully attune to the god weight, and every inch of your magical abilities is rocketed through the air towards Callista. And Callista, this hits you like a wave, and for just a moment, you take on every bit of Jericho Branch's grief. His anxieties, his anger, his resentment, and it flows through you and down into the sword as you make your move.
Okay. What am I rolling? Is this use magic? Again?
It would be use magic if you're using the Death Blossom.
Okay.
It's a
just
+4.
Yeah, it's actually a +5 because I have a fresh start, which gives me another
there you
one.
go.
So
there you go, +5.
here we go.
16. And what happens is, to everyone else, it's several small flashes of light followed by this explosion of noise and lights and violence. And Callista at first just rushes down, smashes into Kruger, who is holding her back for just a moment. And Callista, do you say anything before you make your final push? Like a one-liner, anything like that?
You know, I kind of like I want to, but I don't know if Callista would. I think.
I got you.
I think what it is the, you know, her Eldritch energy being back, the emotions from Jericho, and the emotions from herself are like all compounding and being forced down into the sword as she's hitting it, and I think she just like screams, and it's like a scream of like not just anger but like anguish at just everything that is coming through, like going through her body right now. I think it just
Kruger
kind of explodes from her.
Kruger on a 7. That was his tough roll as well. He is losing ground, and he pushes you off, and you then get everything in your body ready to swing. And beneath Kruger's feet is a water pool, and he loses his footing for just a moment as Faye pops up and mouths the words, "Do it" to you. And how does this look?
I don't have to roll again for this, right? Is that the same roll?
Nope, that's it.
Okay. Yeah, she, I imagine her lifting the sword over her head and just, like, pushing it down straight into his chest. But it because of the black light that's glowing from it, it just, like, the second it makes contact, I just imagine it sort of like the Death Blossom has done before, just exploding outwards in this wave of
yes,
like necrotic force and light.
You hit him in the chest, and there's this puncturing sound, and you hear a and then there is the secondary low glow and this snapping, hissing, slicing sound, and the Death Blossom explodes out of Kruger and ripples through the entire canopy and starts splitting it to pieces. And everyone that isn't Callista ducks and, ducks and covers. And when the dust is settled, Callista, you are now in your archery perform, weirdly enough, which you didn't realize. And you're standing there still holding the blade, the hilt of the blade. And it is directly through Kruger's chest. And he is on his knees, looking up at you. And there is a very strange expression on his face. And Faye pops out of the water and is leaning back against a pillar, breathing heavily. Like, she looks like absolutely shocked. Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, you won the fight. I feel like in this scene, we'll go to Jericho and Callista first for the relevancy. I'd like to know what you both are thinking. And I'm just switching up the music again, so there you go, guys.
I'm putting on the pain changes you, right?
Yep. Yes, sir.
From the start, or from the time.
Oh no, ignore that. That's my bad. Just from the start. Callista, do you want to go first, or?
Yeah. So I feel like as Callista stands over Kruger, you said he's looking. Like, is he already dead, or is he looking up at us?
No, he's not dead. He's looking up at you.
Okay. Yeah, I think Callista would look back at him for a couple seconds, and then, honestly, I think she would look over at Jericho.
Yeah.
And just sort of, like, I don't even think she would say anything to him, but because of what just happened and, like, the emotions that she felt from him, she kind of sees herself right now as just an agent of that, and this isn't really, I think she knows that this isn't really her
moment. Mm-hmm.
Her moment. Yeah, I think she's deferring to him on this.
Okay. All right, Jericho, you wipe the dust from your eyes and you see this.
As Jericho will start approaching towards Callista and Kruger, before he actually gets there, though, Sane has already landed on Kruger's shoulder. And as he kind of gets there, next to Callista, he'll put a hand on her shoulder and just nod his head at her before going to speak with Renault.
Yeah, she nods back.
Okay. Do you want privacy for you two?
In this moment, no, not really. I think Jericho is okay with whatever after the entire events of like Dustlight Circus, whatever is going to be out on the table is just out on the table.
Okay. The gang are all healing anyway, so if they want to come over in the middle of this, up to them. But I think it'd just be you and Callista at the moment, and Faye's going to be nearby. Okay, yeah. His eyes travel from Callista over to you, but he doesn't say anything.
Is he still standing, or is he knelt now? After?
No, he's kneeling. He's sitting back on his knees.
Then before beginning to speak, Jericho will take a knee in front of him as well, and say, "So, tell me, is this what you wanted to happen? Is this what you were trying to avoid happening? I'd like anything to understand why all of this had to happen."
Give me a manipulate someone with a +2. Okay. Yeah. All right. We have to have a song change again. I apologize.
That's okay.
But it'll be switching back to pain changes you after. He looks at you, and he says, "You've been having visions lately, haven't you? And you hear the sounds of Claire de Lune." And he knows just from looking at your face that you have. And he says, "You've been going back to that safe space in your mind and talking with Dennis, looking on the halcyon days." Yeah. Me too. It's not a memory. That's where Dennis is. That's where my sponsor was. And it seems you have your own one. Blue hair, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bad temper. Kind of rude.
They told me that if I didn't stop you, far worse things would happen to Sturgeon. To my dad. To Wendy. To you. And Endicott, he always had the first fractal, the ability to cut off the wellspring, to make the hard choice. Stop what could happen from happening. And yeah, he was like a father figure to me, but if you knew what I knew, well, you would make that hard choice. And he'll be okay, by the way. I kind of figured this would happen. And now it's happened. And you take the first fractal, well, it'll be okay. Maybe this is where I was always meant to end up. Maybe that's fate. And he is bleeding pretty profusely as he laughs.
You know, if you had deeper knowledge or insight of what you thought would happen or could have, or events that may have transpired, could have shared that. You need to be so cryptic about it.
There was no time to share it. It took me, tortured my dad, and I had to make a decision there and then. What was I to do? I get that you have been screwed, but not everything is simple. And by the time the choice had been made, I was too late. Understand that I did everything I could with the powers I was given. If I wanted to kill Endicott, I could have done it. I didn't. If I wanted to kill you and your friends, I would have done it. But I didn't. And Jericho, if I didn't want to die here, I wouldn't. But I don't have the life fractal in me. This is the end of the road. And I'm sorry, but you still got a problem to deal with.
You know, after Dennis, after the hotel inertia thing, I really thought I'd be done, like, burying friends for a while, but but before you, that was proven wrong. We'll deal with JJ and where the fuck else is going on. Sorry about everything happened to your dad. Sorry about everything happened to you. Before I continue, however, Nish dog you as a bird too. Do you have anything that you want to say to her, or a message you want me to pass along to her?
I already sent her a message. Did it right before you guys turned up. Trust me, this is the better way to go. There are worse things out there than death.
I've heard. I still don't too strongly believe in fate. And hell, I have a pact with one right now. I often believe that nothing's preordained, that we have the ability to, that we always have the ability to shape the outcome of things, and whatever you were looking to build here, whatever you're looking to shape, I hope you're satisfied with your ending, brother.
Is anyone?
No one lives to tell.
We do what we can, buddy. Hey, do me a favor. Bring the gang over for a second.
Jericho turned back to everyone and like give them like the kind of hand gesture to come.
Would you all indulge me and join hands for a second?
Callista, like, kind of glances at Jericho, but then she shrugs and holds a hand out to him.
Jericho will also extend his hand and kind of give like a kind of okay nod to everyone else.
Jimmy moves up
Fala
and takes
put
the
her
hand.
out.
As well.
Victor?
What?
Do you join hands?
As a matter of fact, I go up and I'm just like, you know, for as distance I felt throughout this whole thing, get your ass over here as I go and hold hands
Okay.
like a chain baby.
Very, very manly. Faye also comes over and she sheepishly takes your hand, Callista. And Kruger's holding on to Callista, your other hand, and Jericho, your hand. And there's a small glow around you as you all feel a piece of the first fractal going into you. And for a moment, you will see what Jericho has been seeing. A long hallway with a large dining hall area. And you're being led down it, almost like an astral projection. And inside is everyone you've ever known and loved. Conversing, laughing, having dinner, safe and happy. As Claire de Lune plays softly in the background. And they all greet you. And it's different for each one of you. For Callista, it's Paula. For Fala, it's your brother and your family. For Jimmy, it's Tracy. For Flebs, it's your mother. For Victor, it's the other Victor Mendoza's. And the friend that you once had, but in the way that you remembered him.
Oh boy.
Jericho, for you, it's your parents. It's your uncle. It's Margot. It's Dennis. It's Otto. And the last person joining them all as they celebrate his arrival is Reinhold Kruger. And when the light fades, Kruger's head is down. He is smiling. And he is gone. You guys are returned back. Oh god. Hold on. Alright, sorry about that. That was terrifying. You're all returned back to the Dustlight Circus. I want to give you a moment just to process that before we move on. So really, I guess Trevin, Jericho, is the first person I want to kind of go to.
Jericho would probably still be there now. Go next to Kruger. Now one of his, now with his arm like on his opposite shoulder that Saint isn't perched on.
Mm-hmm.
Taking a moment, like adjusting like his gaunts on his arms, doing like small things like brushing hair out of his face, making sure he's just a little bit more dignified looking.
Jericho, you hear the sounds of a spell being cast. And you see Eustace DeCoulter. And his arms are glowing. And he says to you, does he truly want this, Jericho? Does he truly want to cross over?
Kruger want all this to be over. So yeah, I think it's pretty certain he wants this nightmare catcher.
He looks dejected, and he lets his hands fall. He was going to attempt to bring Kruger back, but when he sees the look on your face, he grabs at his side and says, I understand. They tried to get me some assistance, but it seems only appropriate that fractals are here. For some reason, Deimos did not take everything from me. I still have some tricks up my sleeve. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Deimos had the satchel the last time you looked, right? And then you beat him.
Yes.
Yeah. Did anyone pick it up?
Out of us, no, but also he did not have it in like the little other dimension when
that's fine. So that he dropped it to the ground basically, and Eustace picked it up when Deimos was beaten, and he taps his satchel, and as he opens it up, you see the fractal of the Umbral Weaver working its way around his body, and he says, I am limited in my combat abilities, but I will fight for you, Jericho.
That means a lot, Eustace. Thank you. And also, in dual part, thank you for what you wanted to do.
It is my pleasure. And, you're really not going to like me for what I'm about to do.
Oh, God.
The lights flicker on, and it's incredibly bright. And I've just linked you the song, Jericho, if you would be so kind. But a familiar track starts playing. And the space around you begins to melt and shift.
Oh, no.
I hate the game show music.
And it shifts back into a more large version of this stage that you guys have been seeing this whole time. And the main stage at the back now has a backing to it. And you hear, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's time for the main event of the evening. Presented to you by the Voids. Subjugation is one sin away. And now, introducing your host, with the most, it's JJ Watson! And he saunters out, doing like this limbo, like he's like his whole back body below, like above the knees, is just bent at a 90-degree angle. It's fucking horrible. But he's still got that hood on, like you still can't fully see him. And as he snaps up, his face still sort of hidden, and the smiley says, "Oh, but I can't do this without my wonderful co-host, his Mr. Kruger." And he grabs the corpse of Kruger, lifts him out of the circle, and then begins to animate him like a puppet. And like when you use your hand as a hand puppet, and he says, "Kruger, how are you feeling?" "Oh, I mean, I'm just skin and bones, but I'll be okay." And you hear like a drum off the switch, and this random crowd laughing, and it's just fucking horrible. Everything about it is horrible. And he's like just disrespecting Kruger's body as this music plays on. And he says, "Now look at all of you. You were warned about what would happen if you carried on pursuing me, pursuing our ideals. What is happening right here with your little buddy Kruger," and he makes him do a horrible dance, "is your fault. And Jericho, don't even try and use your little god weight, because if I'm right, and I usually am," and the Kruger puppet nods, "your body is going to tear itself apart any moment now." And sure enough, the consequence of using your god weight, your pectoral muscle is split from your body, and you are in agonal pain. It is horrid. And JJ looks to Callista, "And you, my dear, I'm pretty sure you just used your trump card. So you're going to be out of commission for a little bit too. Oh, but there's something that unites all of you. Oh, you all shared a little beautiful moment, didn't you? Got that little first fractal. Well, you got piece of it." And the music begins to fade. And the room starts to darken. And JJ floats up into the air and says, "Well, we have a little bit of time before the emergence. Entertain me, if you can." And yeah, he is he's challenging you. Oh, that is very loud. All right, gang. I'm gonna need a shot roll from everybody.
Okay.
They're ready.
God, Jericho. Jericho, it's every time.
Well, I mean, he can have the shot roll, but I mean, hell, he's still gonna be at a disadvantage. Yeah. My bosses all have very bad sharp, funnily enough. All right. So, 13 for Jericho. So he'll be going first. Then Victor. Then Jimmy. Then we'll have a three-way tie between Fala, Callista, and Flebs. And then JJ. All right, Jericho. How are you going to resolve what's going on with your bowdy? Oh, by the way, new music. There you go.
Oh. Okay, thank you. Would healing myself put me in condition to use to attune to it
Ooh. Interesting.
Or
you've never tried it. This is bizarrely the first time you've ever tried it. Yeah, sure. It's a turn.
Awesome. Then I'll like roll use magic to. Would that be a turn to heal myself and then to like try to?
No, I'll let you use it all in one.
Cool.
Okay, 9. How much are you trying to heal yourself for?
Honestly, realistically, I only have three harm on me, so.
How much would a 9 give you? Two harm or 1 harm?
1.
Okay. Yeah, also, I think the God weight is going to be kind of useless to you at this moment in time, and you're pretty fucking angry. So, I feel like it's good for you to switch anyway. Also, I think Lou said that the music has minimized or paused on your side. What are you attuning to at this moment?
At this moment, I think Jericho would try to tune to the brimstone.
Okay. You have a moment where the memory flashes through you of Babylon. Just all the times he stood there and like mocked you or like tried to outdo you. And then seeing him switch to his fractal and then watching him fight and nearly die in the Fractal Hunt and his pledge to stand by you, and it inspires you as you let your body switch the attunement, and your skin starts to crack, and it almost becomes like when lava hardens, with these veins of magma running through them, and your eyes glow red, and you are now attuned to the conflagration.
Outstanding. Awesome.
All right. Mr. Mendoza.
What up?
What are you going to do? You got a floating trickster god 50 feet in the air above you, and you still have magical powers. Also, don't forget, like, being the fractal of time, you could still, use other Victor Mendozas or use time and space itself. Like, get creative. If there's something you want to do with your powers, like conjuring a bunch of Victor clones or something like that, if you get creative with it, I'll work with you on it.
You know what? I like to summon the one the one Victor Mendoza with medical experience next to me.
Oh, okay. Nurse Mendoza. All right. Give me a weird roll.
Alright. Weird roll. I hate trackpads.
Oh, no.
No.
Woof.
2 damage. Oh god. I just feel a shock of energy just go through my mind and I can't summon the damn.
Well, no.
Mendoza.
That you end up summoning Cumjar Mendoza.
Oh
Nice.
God.
Oh,
Of all the Mendozas.
Yeah. Everyone stops fighting and just stares at you, and they all just stare until he leaves. No, I'm kidding.
You okay, bud?
You summon a version of Victor that was in the middle of sleeping, and he is in his pretty cure feety pajamas, and he just leaps out of bed and freaks the fuck out, and JJ just kills him with one errant blast. And he just turns around and goes, "Wow!" and he is gone. You just got a Victor Mendoza killed. Okay. Next in the order is Jimmy.
Yes. Jimmy would like to rage.
Okay. I think he still was from the last time.
Well,
I don't think he stopped.
Well, I'm saying we had a pretty siren moment there.
That's
with
true.
Kruger
That's
at the
true.
start.
Okay.
So, yes, Jimmy would like to rage,
All right.
and I would like to attack JJ if I can.
Well, let's see what you want to do. So just a kick some ass roll.
Yes.
I think
and
it'd
then
be
I'll
a-
explain.
Yeah, sure.
But good.
I think it'd be a leap up and try and grab him or like strike him in the air sort of thing, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Nope.
No, on a 6, you try and you get up and well, this is as good a time as any to explain it. You get up there and he I mean, effectively what happens is, hold on a second. What I'm going to do, I am going to take the risk and stream it, just because I think it's going to be a problem otherwise for you guys, because I want you to be able to hear what's going on. So I will take the risk. You get caught in the air. And it freezes you, and he holds a hand out and smiles and says, I said you got a piece of the first fractal. Not all of it. I'll take that back now if you don't mind. And, well, he's in front of you, and on a 6, he's going to have a moment of opportunity. And... oh, fuck, yeah. On a 12, he rips that from you. What's your harm right now, Jimmy?
I have all 10 available.
Okay. He is going to do 4 harm on you then, because this is removing a fractal from you, even if it's a piece of it. No incapacitation, you're not stunned or anything. You're gonna being Jimmy, you'll shake it off and move on. But yeah, he takes that from you, and his body starts to glow a little bit brighter as he throws you down to the ground. All right. Next is three-way tie. Let's have Flebs go first. We never have Flebs go first.
Okay. I'm gonna shotgun JJ.
Okay. Do you not have any, like, I meant to ask this, like, on your character, do you not have any other, like, specific moves now when it comes to stuff like that? Not that it's a problem,
No.
I've just noticed that you're using sniper and shotgun a lot in fighting. I thought you had other stuff, no?
Nope.
Ah. Okay.
I don't have any attack spells.
No, you wouldn't, because you're not
I just have weapons.
Hold on.
I have abilities in combat.
Oh,
But-
yeah, you've got a, yeah, that's right, you can get request for gear or personnel. You got a battlefield awareness. Oh, yeah, you haven't used your battlefield awareness, so you've got a, because you've got a +1 armor.
I haven't used what?
You've got battlefield awareness. You always know what's happening around you and what to watch out for. Take +1 armor on top of whatever you get from your gear.
Which is 1 from my flak vest, so I have 2 armor.
Yeah, which means that attacks that would not, if they're physical attacks, not magical, then they will always do 2 less. If they're magical, then you get hit for everything. But, you know.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, no, fair enough. I just wanted to check. Okay, yeah, sure. Go for it.
Okay. Shotgun.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. 7. So you aim for his back. And you're going to need to reload after this, I'm going to say. It won't take a turn. Just remember that you've got to mark reload and things like that. Yeah, you shoot him in the back, and he bristles. And it'll give him 3 harm. He turns around, and oh, okay, I'll turn mine off then. That's fine. he turns around and he grabs you and says, "Oh, you're the brother. Interesting. Very interesting, Flebs. How you've grown since you were in that young girl's TV room."
Yeah, I've grown a lot. Thank you.
8.
I don't like that you're friends with my brother. That's why I shot you.
He takes, so on an 8, he takes the fractal from you, but you do not suffer any major damage. If he'd got a complete success, then he would have done. You're going to just take 1 harm. It feels pretty unpleasant. But he takes it from you, and he starts to glow. A little bit brighter. Next up is Fala.
Fala is fallen far enough away to be able to use a far weapon.
She is.
I don't. Okay, then yeah, Fala will go ahead and take out her nanobots and try and get a stun off with her heavy futuristic weapon.
Okay. $15. Beautiful. Yeah.
It's that two-fisted science. I'm so into that.
Yeah, tell me how this looks.
Fala's just
Fist him.
she's just so kind of mad that that Kruger died and that, you know, we're just struggling at all. So she and that her weapon wasn't working earlier, and so she finally is able to pull it out and just aims it right at JJ and lets it go and tries to get him to or stun him.
Yeah, well, I mean, it does. How much harm does it do?
3.
Okay. Yeah, full 3 harm. And he is stunned. He you can hear him grimacing, and he says, "Clever girl. Always the ones you don't suspect." And yeah, he will have to miss his turn. Well, he won't be able to attack, I should say. So yeah, bravo, Fala. All right, Callista.
Woo. Okay. So, since I just used the Death Blossom, am I not able to... What am I not able to do right now?
So, you are not in your Eldritch form.
Okay.
If you were to tell me you're going to do it, you would die at the end of the battle.
Okay.
If you were to push yourself to do that. Because it will be pushing into a realm that basically... It's like overloading necrotic damage.
I see. Okay.
So, you know, there's that. But also, I think like you could stay in the Art Trooper form and carry on, but I just think it's going to be a risk you might have to take.
Okay.
Because when you go to Eldritch, it's about how well you control it. So you can do it, and if you control it well, then great. But it much like the God Weight, it will tear you apart.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Okay. I don't think I'll do that yet.
Okay.
I'll keep that in mind for potentially if things get worse from here. But I think for now, the only long-range weapon I have is the shotgun, which I failed at using every single time I've tried, but I could try it again because I don't think I have another... unless I fly up there to him, but I don't know if I necessarily want to... Well, he's stunned, actually. Would I be able to fly up there to him? Is he too high up? Okay.
No, you got wings.
Okay, fuck it. I'll use my I'll fly up there to him then, and then use the sword I just got.
Okay. No, that's still embedded in Kruger.
Oh, fuck!
You never
Damn
took it out.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's got Kruger in his hands, to be fair.
Yeah.
So you could, if you want to... Tell you what. Act under pressure to get the sword. And then I'll let you do your other move.
Okay. Sure.
Let's make it fair.
Let's do that. Eight.
Alright. On an 8, I'll let you do it. but worse outcome, hard choice or price to pay.
Well,
I know what I'm going to offer you.
okay.
It's not as bad as you might think.
With JJ, that freaks me out. But,
It's not. No, it's not J. He's stunned. It can't be a JJ related thing.
Oh, thank God. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So you're gonna take it, and it's gonna overwhelm you and push your Eldritch energy to the max.
Okay.
You're gonna need to give me a tough roll to see how well you sustain it, and
Okay.
JJ is gonna take your fractal piece in the moment that he can grab you. No harm though. Well, no. Actually, no. I can't do that. It's too easy. 2 harm.
Okay. I
think your housemate approves.
Did you hear that shit?
I thought it was funny.
Yeah, they're watching Doctor Who back there.
Good choice.
Oh, so wait, so if I don't do that, can I just like do I?
I think you kind of have. I don't know. I mean,
do I have to now?
I mean, I guess you don't. I mean, it's very rare we don't have an act under pressure. If you don't have it, then you just don't get to do anything. Like you won't get to like attack or anything like that. I guess would be the trade-off.
All right. Well. Yeah, I'll do it.
All right. You fly up, and while JJ is staggered or stunned, like, and just sort of twitching in the air with these nanobots all around him, you kind of whisper a quick apology and take the sword from Kruger, which it again refills your body with this eldritch energy, and it's overwhelming. So let's do the tough roll first. It is tough you roll, isn't it?
I think so. Yeah. It'd either be tough or cool, but
Okay.
I'm good with either one.
Let's do tough.
Okay. Fuck.
All right. Callista, you are going to have one more turn, and then it's going to overwhelm you.
Cool.
Unless you
Cool.
do something about it. It
Alright.
pushes you to the absolute max of your abilities. Your
Okay.
body begins to twist, and it turns into the anglerfish creature again. This time, though,
Uh-oh.
your back is producing scales, which are glowing ultraviolet. Your legs have now morphed into one large fin, which has a tail that is like an axe blade at the bottom of it. And around it is a dark swirl, like it's creating a black energy. And your wings have gotten sharper, and there are holes in them as well. And JJ looks at you, and he's going to, again, because of your tough roll, he's going to smile as he puts a hand through your chest and takes the fractal from you and says, you know, I always thought we were family. We're just so similar. Which is going to obviously infuriate Callista. And but before she can react, again on the 6, he knocks her away. But I'll give you this, like, the 2 harm you sustain is all you sustain. He doesn't, whatever he hits you, it doesn't hurt you. You are going to need to act on your next turn. And you're going to need to do something. Because otherwise, this is going to overwhelm you.
Yeah.
You're already basically charging once again, but it's more destructive. Like, it's running through your body, and it's not even going through the sword anymore. It's just erupting out of you. Kind of like when you see like a pulsating light, and it's sending out these shock waves.
Yeah. Like, is it sort of the kind of thing where I have to, like, there's so much energy building up, I have to expel it somehow?
Yes, correct.
Got it. Okay, got it.
Next up, I believe is JJ, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it is. He's grabbed everyone's fractals now except Jericho and Fala, or just Fala?
Jericho, I don't think he got.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. Time is it? Perfect. 10 minutes. Lovely. Give me a moment. Okay.
So remember, Teach, he is stunned, so he can't do like crazy.
Oh
magic
yeah,
right
no,
now.
he doesn't need to do anything crazy, and he's not attacking anybody. He doesn't need to.
That is still... Oh, god damn it.
That sucks.
He looks to you, Fala, and all he does is he says, "Hold your breath and count to 3. You'll give your fractal over to me." And on a 12, you do it. No harm, no damage. You just do it.
Dang it.
And he glows even brighter. And gang, this will be our last. I think this will be our last turn for the evening. One more sharp roll from everybody, please. God damn.
Oh, shit.
Oh, man.
All right.
Let's go.
So, our order. Oh, Victor.
Ooh.
Mr. Mendoza. I need a sharp roll, please. Your last sharp roll of the evening. We'll be finishing up in about 10-15 minutes. Thank you. Okay. The order. Callista. Jimmy. Jericho. Flebs. JJ. Fala. And... Well, actually, we'll figure out between me, Fala, and Victor. But yeah. Callista.
Yep.
That turned out very well for you, my love.
Yeah.
What are we doing here?
Well, I'm trying to think, because the only way that I know how to expel the energy right now is Death Blossom, but can I do that again so soon after I just did?
It'll kill you, but you can.
Okay, well...
But, again, like, you might die anyway, you just don't know.
Right. But is there... I guess I'm at, like, is there another way I can expel it? Like, can I, for example...
Yeah, there is.
Like, infuse the weapon with it?
No, but you could do what you and Jericho did last time with Damus.
Ah.
But if it goes wrong, you're dead.
Alright, well...
and Jericho is going to suffer terrible harm if it doesn't go right for him as well. This is a high-risk maneuver.
I'm here for it.
Last time we used I forget what it's called.
Cosmic Wave.
For you, but yeah,
the Eldritch Wave.
Lightning powers.
I'll use a Stormbringer instead of the...
Stormbringer.
Yeah. But he's got fire, and fire could still work.
Yeah? Yeah?
I'm here. Yeah.
Well, so this will be a different move.
Yeah, we have to come up with a new name for that.
I've got one for you.
Okay.
Flames of Gehenna.
Ooh.
Or Gehenna's Gehenna's Revenge. Oh no, it can't be because you already got Persephone's Revenge. Hold on.
Could do
Rage of Gehenna.
Or Blaze.
Or Blaze of Gehenna. Yeah. Something like that.
Cool. I mean, Trevin, if you're down to try it,
I'm down to try it. I'm down to try it.
Do you want to try and include Jimmy on this since he got a 10 as well? Like, do you want to talk to the other guy, to Flebs and Victor, and see if you can do a tandem move together? This is your, we've got just over 10 minutes before finishing up. So if you want to discuss.
Fuck it, I'll do fucking anything. Honestly, if y'all want to, because last time it was Jericho directing the Stormbringer into Callista. If y'all want to do something like that, just take advantage of the fact that I'm probably gonna get eaten up by my Eldritch Energy anyway. We could just use me as the God, if you still had the Stormbringer, it'd be great if I said use me as a lightning rod, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, for sure. Alright. So what's this like looking like, game? What are we trying to do here?
Right. We need to figure out how to combine everybody's stuff together. Whoever wants to participate in this, which
I got guns.
Fala has a move called No Paradoxes, which is when you say why something should happen to guarantee the future, you can help another hunter to give a +1 to their roll, as if you would roll a +10 on help out.
interesting.
So, I'm gonna go ahead and throw that in the ring.
That's pretty good. It's pretty good.
That is good.
But could guns help, guys? Flebs is offering.
Could guns help?
Always, well, in America, they have one saying that they
I'll just
generally
shoot him when you guys attack.
I mean, yeah, like let me take the buckshot from your shotgun or something. I'll incorporate that into whatever comes.
Loose.
Here, take
Ooh,
this.
Why don't
and
you give
could,
him
like,
Margot's gum?
kinetic shoot. Oh yeah.
Oh fuck. Yeah.
Drop it down to him for a minute, and then let him have
Like,
it.
oh hey, that's nice gun.
yeah.
She's like, here, take my shotgun. That'll help.
Okay.
Thank you.
And then what about Victor? Do you want to sacrifice a Mendoza for the cause? Do you want to throw in like accountant Mendoza?
Oh, let me kill another Mendoza.
Or
Yes.
or maybe Super Mario Mendoza can go in there or something.
Oh no.
I could like light everyone's weapons on fire. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. What do you want to do? Like, how do you want to contribute? Because remember, Victor, like, so one thing I'll say is you are the time fractal. You could potentially freeze JJ in place for about 5 seconds, like Zawarudo.
Ooh.
Yes.
Is there a car bomb Mendoza in existence?
I beg your pardon.
I got it. Okay. I'll make a sacrifice, and I will sacrifice British Mendoza.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Wait, didn't we already kill British Mendoza? Wasn't that the first one shot?
No.
I don't remember.
I don't know now.
Maybe.
So wait, hang on.
like a
so just to be clear, I just gave you a hint to use which you've never used your time fractal, and said you could freeze him in place, and you were like, no, I want to kill British Mendoza.
No, let's...
Which I'm certain
Alright.
British Mendoza's already dead.
I'm pretty sure British Mendoza's dead. Yeah.
Damn.
Give us a few seconds to charge all this shit up so that he doesn't attack us while we're doing it.
So you want to, if you want to use the beautiful cadence, then it'll be a weird roll, Victor, +1.
This one.
So we'll start with you. Okay. He's gonna be he's gonna be lucky. You got the +1. Victor starts dancing. What's a famous Pretty Cure phrase? Give me a famous Pretty Cure phrase.
Mechoku.
He says that really loud, not that quietly. And JJ whips around and says, "Not this Pretty Cure shit." And Victor's magical plastic wand sparkles, and JJ is frozen for about 5 seconds. So next would be probably Flebs. You're gonna
I'll
catch. Yep.
I'll empty one of my shotgun shells and hand her the pellets.
So you're not. Wait, are you not firing the gun? Margot's gun? You only get one move.
You could fire it. You can fire it.
Fire it.
Fire it.
I'll just like
Margot says fire it.
use them in the attack.
Justice.
So.
All right, so
Okay.
it'll be a
It's a
shot.
shotgun.
No,
Yes.
yes, it is. Yeah. So it's just a
So I just
kick
kick
some
some
ass.
ass.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Do better. Use it better than I. Oh shit.
This gun is cursed.
Margot is so disappointed in everyone.
Margot's just like,
It
ew.
might be the gun.
Margot's just
actually.
looking down.
Margot-
just
I think
shaking
it's the
her
gun.
head.
Margot's just
so sad.
Margot's just like,
very
ew,
validating.
no, and Flebs has got clammy hands, and he slips on the trigger finger. And it's like, oh, fuck. And it's a 4. He drops it to the ground and shoots Victor in the foot.
Fuck.
Oh, sorry, Victor.
Thankfully, Victor's got steel toe cap boots, so he doesn't take any harm.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is it the metal foot?
Yeah, it's the metal foot.
I
The
just
meat
wanna say
is that hot, you fuck.
That was
Yeah.
actually so validating because that makes me think it might not be me.
All right,
Murder
well-
cursed it before she died.
All right. Next up is Jimmy. What are you doing to contribute to this plan? I mean,
Hold, please.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Holding.
so Lucy, my plan. Trevin's down. Are you?
Yeah, of course.
Right. Jimmy would like to rage.
you already are raging. You are already raging.
You
Nope,
did that
Nope,
one.
nope. I would like to
Just
rage.
super rage.
Super
Uber
rage.
rage.
Ultra rage. Okay.
Yes. So I.
I normally wouldn't let you do the Unbound Rage 3 times in one session, but I'll let it happen this one time.
Yes. Jimmy would like to rage. And now-
what are you doing?
Okay, so now I would, since I would like for Lucy and Jericho to channel the Eldritch power and the Brimstone Fractal into Jimmy.
Oh my god. I don't know if
Would
that's
that
gonna
kill you?
I think
No.
I feel like he might
It will-
die.
Nope, I won't.
I feel like
Nope.
okay, I know what you're
Decided.
doing.
Nope.
Hold on. No. I know what you're doing, and I love. I feel like you're gaming the system a little bit here because you know it won't kill you, and All right, you know what? No,
We don't though.
no, but that's tough. All right, I'm gonna step away from it. I'm gonna let you guys decide. I'm gonna let you guys. You guys vote on that. That's not up to me. I'll let. I know what Jimmy's doing, and as a one-time thing, I would let it happen. I will never let you do this again because this is the most
Can we make him roll
broken.
tough?
This is the most broken,
I am-
busted-ass move. So you will
I
not
am-
get through this again.
Can we make
wouldn't-
him roll for it
We
somewhere?
wouldn't know that you would just die to this. I know what you're doing too, but like, do Callista and Jericho know?
No.
that you would
No, they
die?
don't.
I feel like
They
you
do
would.
not.
Now, it hasn't been established by in game that he's like kind of unkillable.
Nope.
Only-
No,
It's
I don't-
established that
Not
he's
really.
tough as
I mean-
balls, but he nearly died. Fala put him back together.
You're welcome again.
I just don't think that Callista and Jericho would be.
I
willing
don't
to,
think they'd
especially-
do that if they don't know that he's going to survive it. I
Right,
feel
I
like
don't
they wouldn't
think
take that
especially-
risk.
Especially because Callista is
mean-
the kind of thing again where if Callista dies, she'll come back, but Jimmy
Jimmy-
wouldn't. So
Jimmy-
she'd rather take the L. on
If
that.
Jimmy is that determined, Jimmy can roll an act under pressure to jump in the way of this and do it forcefully. I can't stop him if he wants to try that. But I do think because they wouldn't know, and if they're saying they wouldn't do it, I think Jimmy jumping in the way and rolling the act under pressure is also a valid option. Or you save this move for the next big boss fight and you tell them, at least to some degree, this is our final
Okay.
trump card.
Okay, let's
Same.
do. Okay, all right, we'll put that on the back burner for now.
Okay, all right, okay.
Okay.
Good job.
What do
And
you?
in fact,
What do you?
In fact,
Yeah. Mhm.
I think it's more likely that Callista would communicate to them, channel it to me because
Yeah,
she
because
knows
she's
she's
the
gonna,
one. Mm-hmm.
She knows she's gonna have to let
And-
out an attack in any second.
She's
now
also
anyway.
powering. She's also at such a point where it's very obvious she's a conduit. She's a conduit.
Right.
It's very obvious at this point. So
Yeah.
so Jimmy, what if you channeled your rage?
I was
into
going to
Callista?
say, can I channel the unending rage into
I think
Callista?
that would make a lot more sense.
There we go.
All right.
You are weird.
I
Weird
think
or act
I'm
under
wondering.
pressure?
I think act under pressure.
Okay.
This is not something you've ever done before.
Oh fuck.
Thanks.
Let me think about this. Hang on. I have an idea. All right. I'm gonna give you a lifeline. Jimmy, give me a tough roll real quick. If you fail this, I can't help you. But
What? Sorry.
not a tough roll. Give me a cool roll, real quick. If you fail this, I can't help you. I'm gonna give you a lifeline. All right, 9. Jimmy, you
All right.
steel yourself and you grit your teeth down, and you think about Wendy and the way that she taught you to manifest your rage and to think of it like a tunnel, and you use your life energy and you cast rage. Rather than express it, you cast it as a spell through your body. So that's a weird roll with a +1. If this doesn't work, though, I can't help you. Okay, 9. You give a +2 to Callista.
Okay.
Nice.
You are going to pass out for the moment, though. Or, well, no. You're going to go into human form, Jimmy, and you are... I'm going to say this. For whatever comes next, you are not going to be able to rage. It's not going to be possible. Because you're giving all of it to her. So, yeah, it leaves you... And then, Callista, that black has a red hue around it now. As, like, it's becoming uncomfortable. And I will say... No matter how much you will love Callista, what you're seeing in front of you is beginning to make you uncomfortable. She doesn't look like Callista anymore. There's nothing about her that is Callista. As we get to the final move here. Thank you for waiting on me an extra few minutes. Jericho, you're the last one up.
Cool.
Wait, or no. Yeah, no. So, yeah, because Fala's got a roll after you.
Yeah.
Fala, do you want to roll first? And inform the roll?
Is no
I guess-
paradoxes a roll?
Yeah,
No
I usually-
paradoxes is a roll.
Yeah.
But it would be I have to assign it to somebody's actual role as like a help out role.
Okay, yeah.
Sort of how
So,
it
do you want to
works.
give it to
Or
Jericho or Callista?
I'll give it to Jericho.
Okay. All right. So
Yeah, I know
you do
+2
that.
already, so.
Okay, it looks like I can give a +1, so it's just an automatic +1 to their help out or
Okay.
to their role.
So just
Sort of
just
how
the
it
one
works.
add-on. Okay. All right. So
Yeah,
you've
yeah.
got that. So Jericho, what are you doing?
Before I say it, a quick question. Lucy, what is like
Yep.
what's your attack going to be here?
Yeah, well, I think what we're doing is kind of what we did before, where we're combining your ult move with, I guess the Death Blossom will kill me, but I don't really have another.
This isn't a Death Blossom. This is the Gehenna Flame.
Oh,
So
okay.
this is you turning all that energy outward rather than the Death
I
Blossom
see.
normally
Okay.
does kill you, but it didn't on that occasion because you were a conduit, which is what you're doing now.
I
If
see.
you fuck this up, it'll kill you, but you basically can't because of the level of pluses you've got to your roll.
No, I don't think I can fail my
Yeah.
role at this point.
Yeah.
So. So are you at Jericho? Are you asking me to see what it looks like? Because you can really.
You're
basically,
basically
basically, I just want to know, like, is it like another beam attack, like the
It's a
cosmic
beam.
wave? Is it like okay?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
It's you basically think. Sorry, I don't mean to step in, but think of it like the way the cosmic wave was. It's blasting raw eldritch energy out of her hands, and you're wrapping around those flames, wrapping around that with black flames, basically.
Yeah. Okay, got you. Then yeah, basically like from Jericho would put his hand on Callista's back and and basically just how we use like a foci, like his pistol, like channel the
All right.
brimstone energy through
Okay.
through her.
Then this is our last song for the evening, everybody. So thank you for waiting on me. We will be having to wrap the rest of this up on the next session, but we've got a good stopping point. So play that when you're ready and give me the roll.
And I got Fala's +1.
I guess so.
Yes.
If that's yeah.
Yes, you did.
Yeah. And as you do that, you also, Callista, you feel another hand on your other shoulder as Faye channels water energy through your body.
Nice.
And so you get another +1. So now you've got a +4.
+4 total. Okay.
And JJ turns around right as you're apex at your charge. And he smiles and says, "Very different from our first encounter, but exactly as she said it would be. Good. Very good." And he has no more time to react as you let loose the Gehenna flame.
Okay.
He is just about ready to like cast a spell essentially, but he hasn't got time to say anything else.
Is this use magic again?
It is.
Yes.
It is. I also love this song so much. 15, look at that.
Let's go.
Yay,
And JJ got a 15 as well.
No.
You.
Beam struggle. Oh,
Yeah, it's a beam. It's a literal beam struggle.
Shit.
This is a moment that stands the test of time in Sturgeon, and it's a mark of the growth that you've all had from the admittedly scary monstrosity you fought in the sleepy little Tanamantis Bay, because now, to the outside world, it's gods fighting amongst themselves. As the flames of Gehenna, this eldritch blast that sends its way down, hurtling towards JJ, is met by a primordial force of grey and white and pink and ultraviolet that sparkles out and blasts towards the beam. And you guys at the bottom can see his face, and he's smiling. And he says, "Yes, this is it. This is finally it. That's the beautiful thing about being me. I'm just so greedy." And he lets the beam pass through him and absorbs it into himself. And the blast rips past him and basically tears a hole through the wall and the floor. And as he disappears with it into the floor, you hear a snarling sound, followed by a guttural shriek, as something with large appendages that are the size of buses pulls its way out of the hole, with JJ affixed to the top of it. And Jericho, you feel a pang where your pectoral was, and you realize that the first fractal has been taken from you. And JJ says, "Ladies and gentlemen, we've had a wonderful show here tonight, and it's time for the final act. This is the true first fractal. Let the show begin."